Okay, good morning, boys and girls. Today we are looking at our skills for lesson 4, and we are going to be introducing one of my favorite sounds. And we talked about it right before we were no longer in school, and it is the pirate sound. I'm very excited that we get to do this sound together. A little sad that we're not in the classroom, but I know you're going to enjoy this sound. If you watched the YouTube video yesterday, I hope you had fun seeing the pirates dance around and getting to do the R sound, and I hope you're moving your arm and making that R motion. The pirate sound says R, and you can see the sound card right up here for R as in car. Say this with me. R as in car. Let's say R slowly, stretching it out. R, R. The R sound is one of the most difficult sounds. Mrs. Sexton had a lot of trouble with this sound growing up. Your tongue needs to make some movements here, and it needs to curl some and reach towards the top of your mouth. So make sure your tongue is not staying flat and it is moving as you make that sound. Repeat some words with me that have the R sound at the beginning. Repeat the word arc, arc. Can you say the word arm, arm? Can you say the word art, art? Can you say the word arch, arch? How about some words with the R sound in the middle? Can you say farm, farm? Can you say hard, hard? How about cart, cart? Can you say mark, mark? Can you say lark, lark? And lastly, how about some words with the R sound at the end? How about car, car? And jar, jar? How about far, far? How about star, star? And tar, tar? Today you're going to work on completing our skills activity 4.1. 4.1 is 2 pages. The first page you're going to do on a piece of paper at home. You need to find any piece of paper, and on the front of it, you're going to practice writing the R sound with a pencil. Make sure you are taking and holding that pencil very tightly with your pincher fingers and saying good morning to your fingers as you grab that pencil, making a full circle for your A and a straight line down for your R and a small hook. Every time you make those 2 letters for the R sound, make sure you whisper and go R, R. Make sure you write it once and then 2 more times, pretending that you're tracing it and writing it twice. You're going to write the word art, the word farm, and the word yarn. That would be completing the front page of it. The second side of 4.1, we've turned into a Google slide for you, so you can complete it in your Google Classroom or your GC room. You will be able to type the answer under each number here, 1 through 5. So for number 1, the word is arm. You will type it in the right spot, and they've put it here for you under the picture of the arm. Number 2 is the word car. Which spot would we put the word car? Would it go under this picture or this picture? The word car would go under this picture. Number 3 is the word star. You will need to pick which picture to write the word star under. Number 4 is the word yarn. And number 5 is the word cart. Remember, as you're writing on paper at home, all of your letters need to touch the bottom line because floating letters are not grounded and they are just up into outer space. As we prepare to read our story together, which is the next video you will be clicking on, we need to review some words together. Some words you are going to see in your story today are some brand new AR words. They are mark, shark, and smart. Read those words with me. Mark, shark, smart. We will also see some OU words, that ow words. We learned those a few weeks ago when we were at school. Mouth and trout. And some tricky words are going to be in our story. The words because and here. Our story today is titled Things That Swim, and as we read it together, you'll get to hear Mrs. Sexton read it to you, and then you'll have it on Google Slides all on your own that you can read it yourself. Some of the vocabulary you will see in the book, in the story today, is the word creeks. Creeks are streams of water. They're smaller than a river. An example of this is trout swim in small streams of water called creeks. I put a picture of a creek right here for you. Bed of creeks. A bed of a creek is a phrase, and that means the bottom of a creek that is made up of sand or rocks. An example of this is the boys and girls could see the rocks in the bed of the creek. Not necessarily that we're putting our pillow and our blankets in the creek. The bed of the creek is just the bottom of the creek. Our next vocabulary word is the word we. Not what we say when we're going down the slide or on a roller coaster, but we in this story means something that is small. Our next vocabulary word is the word reef. Reef means a ridge of sand or a chain of rocks underwater in the ocean, which also may have ocean plants. An example of this would be many scuba divers like to swim along the reef to find pretty shells. Our next two vocabulary words have to do with parts of fish, most likely trout, because we will be talking a lot about trout today. Fins and gills. Fins are parts of a fish that help it move along the water. The fish flapped its fins to swim faster, and gills are part of a fish that allow it to breathe. If you cover the gills of a fish, it cannot breathe. And our last vocabulary word today is squid, a type of animal that lives and swims in the ocean. Here is a picture of a squid. A giant squid has 8 arms like an octopus. I hope you enjoy listening to the story and completing your activity page today. And then feel free to click on those other YouTube videos to help you practice the R sound and review other sounds that we're learning. Have a great day today, boys and girls.